Hi, I'm Zach Fagenson with Miami Today, and I'm here at the Pino Global Entrepreneurship Center on Florida International University for an interview with the center's director, Irma Becerra-Fernandez. Ms. Fernandez took over the center a year ago. What the center does is focus on helping young entrepreneurs and mid-career entrepreneurs create and develop their businesses. Since taking over, she's created the Venture Capital Conference slated for November, which will bring together venture capitalist firms and new entrepreneurs looking to start businesses. In the long term, she's focused on creating an ecosystem that will support entrepreneurs in Miami and South Florida.
So I want to tell you that first I worked as an engineer at Florida Power and Light, and I spent about 6 years. I was working in a very technical area. I did a lot of programming. I was coding in the computer room, believe it or not, for 10 hours a day. So as you can imagine, one of my challenges was that even though I have a knack for coding, I'm also a people person. So I often try to talk to my buddies in the computer room, but that's nothing that you normally do. People in the computer room just tend to their computers. And I had an opportunity when I was working for FPL. The company was going through statistical quality control, and they asked for volunteers that would be interested in teaching statistics. Well, I was desperate to get out of the computer room. I mean, so desperate, I volunteered to teach statistics. I'm like, please pick me. So I had the opportunity to train adults that were working at FPL, to train them into the program of total quality management. And I fell in love with adult training, so I quit my high-paying job and went back to school to get my PhD, and with a hope of becoming a professor. Some of the things that happened to me early on is that as a postdoc, I didn't get a professor job right away. I first did a postdoc with a NASA center out of the University of Florida that was focused on technology commercialization. What that means is taking technologies that were created as part of the space mission and transferring them into the commercial sector. Things like Tang, Velcro, power tools were all developed as part of the NASA space exploration that are now products that we use every day in our lives, right? So my job was to peddle NASA technology, if I may say. So it was a very interesting job, and really I think it sparked a little bit in me of the idea about entrepreneurship. But I actually, after doing that job for about 2 years, I was really kind of committed to the idea of becoming an academic, a traditional academic. So I went through the steps that you normally do. First you become an assistant professor, then you earn tenure, and then you get to a full professor. And last year, after I became a full professor, our dean offered me the opportunity to take over the leadership of the Entrepreneurship Center. And I sort of saw it as an opportunity to kind of bring my career to full circle, going back a little bit to where I had started and my interest in entrepreneurship. So here I am today. Great question. One of the things that happened is that as I was working with NASA to peddle their technology, I became very intrigued by the idea of maybe commercializing a NASA technology myself. So I did fund a company, and we actually took a NASA technology that was developed for document sharing, and we commercialized that technology, and we took the product to market. I learned a lot by the School of Hard Knocks. One of the things I learned is, being the right time at the right place. Unfortunately, we were not at the right time at the right place. So I'm still working hard for the money, like the song goes. But I learned a lot, I think, from the practical perspective. So what I know about entrepreneurship is because I have been part of 2 startups. I currently have my 3rd startup that I'm with a friend of mine. We launched a business for designer purses that I do on the side on Sundays because I teach on Saturdays, and Monday through Friday is pretty much the center. But it's something that interests me. I love the idea of creating new ventures, of doing something innovative, of trying to meet a market need and do it in a new way, and I think it's exciting. It's like creating something new, like you create a new book, you create a new venture, and I think it's an exciting opportunity.